What is better, alternate or economy picking? Well, today we're going to find out. We're going to go over what they are, how to do them, and the pros and cons of each. So first of all, let's start with what they actually are. Alternate picking is a down, up motion with your pick. And this is important because it's always down, up. It's always an alternate direction to the last. Economy picking is basically alternate picking, but with a slight difference, which is we sometimes continue in the same direction as the last pick, so we're not always alternating the direction of our pick. Economy picking is basically where we pick in the direction of which our hand moves in. For instance, with a 3-note per string lick, for alternate picking we have a string skip, so if we go down, up, down, up. So going from the D string to the G, we have a down, up, down, and then the up. So we have a bit of a string skip with alternate picking, but with economy picking, we continue in the same direction. So it's down, up, down, up, down. There's no string skip. We just pass through the D onto the G. So now we know what they are, we can look more into how to do them. I kind of mentioned a little bit about them, what I just said, but we're going to dive into it a little bit more deeply here. So for alternate picking, we're going to do exactly what I just said, a down, up motion, and we're always alternating the direction of our motion. Alternate picking, alternate motion. Don't always need to start on the down, we can start on the up, but that's completely situational. Don't always need to go down, up, down, up, down, up. We can go up, down, down. Okay? I like to primarily use my wrist for the alternate picking motion. As you see, I'm using my wrist, but we can also use our fingers like that. And also we can use our rotation for our elbow. We can do this. I don't tend to use my elbow. That's a little bit uncontrolled for me, but there's a lot of people that do. So that's also just personal preference. And we're always going to keep our picking very tight to the string. So we're going to keep our motion small, like this. We're going to keep our motion very, very small and tight to the string. And we're not going to use big movements, because small movements are much more efficient. It will help with our speed and our accuracy, because we're using less unneeded, unwanted space between the strings. So all we need to do is this. We don't need to have these big gaps between our picking. It's much faster and it's much more efficient and controlled to have smaller picking. So that's why we do that. And for economy picking, we're going to take everything I just said for alternate picking and apply economy of motion to it. So like I said earlier, we're going to push through the string to get to the next. We're going to move in the same direction, and we're going to pick in the same direction as to which our hand is moving. It's a little bit like a small sweep, because sweep picking is picking in the same direction in which our hand moves. It's like that, but on a smaller scale. So if we take that, you can see my picking hand is going down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, and then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So our pick is moving in the direction in which our hand is. Okay? Alternate picking would be down, up, 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 like that, which is a mouthful. So if we do this with alternate picking, you can really see the string skip, because we pass over the next string and then come up, then down, then start with the up, pass over the string, start on down, then pass over the string to get the up. You can really see the string skip. Now we're going to look at the pros and cons for each alternate picking and economy picking to help you decide which you prefer. And we're going to start off with alternate picking. Pros, it's very, very easy for beginners to get a grasp of. It's probably the most common first technique you're going to learn if you're a beginner guitarist. It's because the timing is very, very easy, because it's very repetitive. It's very like mechanical, I guess. It's very, very easy for beginners to get a grasp of. The sound is much more aggressive. It's got a bit more attack than economy picking, it sounds like. That's alternate. And economy, it's a little bit softer. It's great for licks with even numbers of notes per string. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, whatever. Because we don't have the string skip. So if we take the minor pentatonic, okay, It's very, very good for that kind of thing. Like I said earlier, the sound is very even, but also the volume of the notes is also very even. There's not much of a difference. It's a very even volume. Cons, obviously we get a string skip when we change strings on with licks that have odd numbers of notes per string. I can't talk. Which can be a bit difficult with high BPMs because there's obviously more motion and more movement needed. So we can't get kind of limited, or I feel a little bit limited. But obviously that's nothing a lot of practice can't fix. So there is that argument. And also it's not very fluid. There's a lot of movement and motion involved. Or it's not as fluid as economy picking. Now for economy picking, pros, it's a very fluid motion. It's very, very directional. It's also, I've heard it called directional picking a few times because you're picking in a direction in which your hand is moving. I'll say that, I want to keep saying it. So it's very fluid motion, a bit like sweeping. You just kind of pass through the strings. Very fluid. It's great for licks with odd numbers of notes per string because obviously no string skip, very fluid motion. Yeah, so it's very, very good for that kind of thing. And it has allowed me to unlock fast BPMs because of the fluidity and the economy of motion, having less movement. It's just allowed me to get faster and play things that I probably can't using alternate picking. Just feels a little bit more comfortable for me. Cons, it's got a bit of a softer sound. It's obviously, I mentioned the alternate is a bit more aggressive and it has a bit more attack. This economy picking has a bit of a softer sound, or I noticed that anyway. The second down pick can sound a little bit quieter than the previous. So you can kind of hear it a little bit. This is a little bit quieter, so this note is a bit louder than these two. You see it a little bit. It's more noticeable in this one. It's a little bit quieter because you're passing through, you're not getting that kind of attack with the alternate picking. You're kind of, I guess, being, what's the word? A little bit like blocked by the string when you're passing through it, is the best way I can describe it. But it's a little bit softer, it's a bit quieter than the previous note. So you get a little bit of an uneven sound, especially when you're playing at lower BPMs. It sounds a little bit weaker. And it's harder for beginners to learn. You kind of have to really learn, and get really good at alternate picking to get good at economy picking. That's what I found. Because the timing's a bit different. Obviously, sweeping, timing is easy because it's all in the direction. It's all in the same direction. It's got the same concept throughout. And also picking is just, like we said, very easy. And then economy is a bit of a mix of the two. So there's a bit more brain power needed. And the timing can be a bit weird because obviously you have the mechanical, but then you also have the fluid. So the timing here, when you're going, can sometimes be a bit shaky for beginners. I'll say that correctly. So yeah, it's a little bit harder for beginners to get a really good hold of. So the question of which is better is completely down to you and your personal preference and what you prefer. I prefer to use predominantly economy picking, and I tend to also play a little bit softer as well. I'm a bit of a soft guitar player, so the softness of the sound of the economy picking doesn't really matter to me because I'm already playing soft anyway. So the volume and the softness of economy picking isn't an issue for me. And I love the fluidity of the technique. Absolutely love it. As I said before, it's allowed me to reach much higher BPMs than I couldn't with alternate picking. Obviously, I still practice alternate picking and I still use alternate picking loads. It's very situational. But most of the time, fast stuff I'm playing, economy picking has been used. I would suggest that always, if you're a beginner or an intermediate, always learn and get a really, really good hold of alternate picking. That doesn't mean fast, it just means it's been muscle memory wired into your brain, that it's always up, down, alternate direction of your pick, and you're not adding a second down or a second up. You're not accidentally adding or going into economy picking. Really get good at alternate picking and then move on to economy picking, and then see what you prefer. But that was the difference and how to do and the pros and cons of economy and also picking. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on notification bell so you don't miss when I upload, and I will see you in the next video.